Hi, it's Sister Unity, and I don't have a lot of time because I've got to get ready for a show. But I just wanted to give you a. Sorry, that's an earthquake. It's Los Angeles. Oh, there it goes again. I just wanted to give you a little spiritual message based on oral sex, okay? Spirituality and happiness and personal contentment and fighting off depression to get to a centered, grounded place. Like all of these things that you do, both for spiritual goals, but just also for your life goals. They're like a blowjob. Okay, with a blowjob, and ladies, take notes. For a blowjob, like honey, like you either do it or you don't. There is nothing worse than watching a porno where some poor Twinkie is like tenuous about it, okay, and or tries to let the hand like do it, so he just has to like use the put his mouth on the tip of the dick. You can tell that they're the kind of people who just try to touch the penis with their lips but not anything inside, and they're like right, just like sliding up and down with the mouth. Right, let me see if I can find an example here with that's the rubber chicken. Okay, and that's no, this won't work. It's fish. Oh, here we go. Okay, sacred cucumber. So, like this, like that. It's just that's not pleasurable. I mean, a little, but no. You have to engage everything. You have to touch it with all of your mouth, like this. Right? You see, it's like sucking on a popsicle, or something that you like. You're like, let me scrape off all that flavor. And yes, this means you do have to either like dick, or you have to like the idea of getting acquainted with it, with the flesh, the fecund flesh of that weird looking, not smooth like the rest of the body, bumpy, veiny. Like, you gotta meet, the goddess of the earth as she's made with all the bumps, or, in her male form. Right, so that's just one of the things, though. Contact. Okay, the other thing is that you have to use the tongue. Like, engage the tongue, because the tongue is inside the thing, right? So it's not just walls and roof and contact. The tongue can actually move and do things with it. But inside. See it down, look at my jaw down here. You can see I'm doing something. I'm swirling it around, I'm licking up and down while it's in there, right? Drives them nuts. Okay, the last thing, contact, tongue activity. Last thing is suction. Don't just go up and down and be like, oh, is that it? No. If you want to drive them wild, honey, suck on it. The Kama Sutra gives 9 different ways of auto-pariksha, fellatio. And the last one, it starts with like kissing and nibbling. The last one, the culmination is sucking the mango. Suction just drives them wild, I'm telling you. So like this. See what my cheeks are doing? This is just contact. Now watch the cheeks. See them cave in? You're sucking. Not too hard, unless I don't like it too hard, but not too hard because it can hurt. Just like suck as you draw it out. You know what I'm saying? That is an engaged, active blowjob. Likewise, happiness is not going to come. Shiva is not going to come to your meditation if you're just sitting there and waiting. Work your mantra or your image or your visualization or whatever it is you focus on when you meditate, or chant or sing or pray. Put your heart into it. Get the juice flowing into your practice of spirituality or your practice of finding happiness for yourself. Instead of just being like, oh, I'm depressed, I'll just get some ice cream. I'll call a friend. Maybe we'll just, do something to cheer me. Like, if you're depressed, be like, okay, I'm depressed. Okay, let me fucking have some ice cream. Let me just smear it all over my face and suck it in. Let me have the biggest bowl of ice cream with nuts and cherries and whatever it is, whatever you're going to do to alleviate your depression. Even taking your pill, even if you're on medication, you're like, I'm depressed, it's time for my medication. Not only is it time for my medication, I'm going to dip that shit in chocolate. I'm going to put my pill in a little bit of honey and drink that down. Like, give yourself some delight, some, as the Hindus say, rasa. Put some flavor into it. Put your backside into it. You know what I'm saying? That will progress you. Because when the universe hears you making waves with effort and style, then the universe goes, there's a thing over there. Okay, that person wants whatever. And happiness comes because you're putting out the juice of your own life and consciousness into your intention. And that's what fulfills intention in a full, fulsome, colorful way. Not just a dry, like a lot of people, like they pray half-heartedly and like, God never answers your prayers. Like, well, honey, did you fucking scream into his ear with it? Did you suck on his dick while you were praying? Because that would have gotten his attention. I'm just saying. Put your backside into your work, whether it's fellatio or happiness or contentment or love. Do you do this for your relationships? And I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about how when you give someone love, when you let them know you're there for them, when you let them know it's the two of you and you are showing up for the relationship, how much flavor do you put into that? Try it. It doesn't have to be all the time. But if you pour a little rice vinegar into that bowl of kale, I bet they're going to start drooling when they look at you a little more often. Just saying. Gotta go. I gotta scrape the shit off and get out to a theater. Sister Unity out. Remember, suction.